and he side of the goal man shoot. Perform this excellent finish, I do it like Kane or Lukaku. Or like Beckham.
Pass the girls that tiki-taka, that's why they call us MSA. I'm on the block like winner, back road leger, fully paid on my inner. I fly past my head, top 10 of the motors, I wash like Sammy Khedira.
And I can still kick balls like Drogba, young and I've made big wins like Gossa. Too far gone, can't catch me, Costa. I'm off, pace, Costa.
3 of the best, he's made them pay, and that completes a wonderful hat-trick.
This one is about, do you think Klopp has to be worried?
About getting sacked?
The sack,
no.
Where his team is going, just Liverpool.
Yeah, he should be worried about the way his team's going, but I don't think he has to worry about the sack.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's away from the sack. They just, the only thing that saves him, there's no one else in world football that can do what he does that isn't in a... Wait, before we start this video, make sure you like,
comment,
and subscribe. We would really appreciate it. I mean, football's very unpredictable.
No, that isn't in a job though. That's the thing. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
so
I honestly think Liverpool should have gone for Potters though.
Potters, you think?
I think Klopp always has his spell where he fizzles out of it, and
the seven
seasons.
Even exactly, with that because he's been at Dortmund 7 years and Liverpool
and
the next 7 years.
So failed after that.
I mean, for me,
exactly.
And you can see how agitated he is when he talks to the media. He's always
did you see him with the photographers
the other day? Exactly.
What the hell? He's doing the most. Like, Joe, cool me when you tweeted, big man, why are you smiling for your team's muddied? Like,
but like he always smiles. Like there's something wrong with Klopp, I don't really like his demeanor, I don't like him. I really don't like him.
I used to like him, but I realised he complains a hell of a lot.
He's a mad bitch boy. Like he's literally a bitch boy still. And I think for me, he's overrated. I think he's overrated. Yeah, he should definitely be worried.
See, I don't know if I say overrated. The thing is, last season, FA Cup and League Cup right against Chelsea in both the finals.
Yeah, and on penalties as well.
Winning is winning. That'll get lost in history. It's fine.
Yeah, it gets lost in history, but in recent history now, we can remember it as penalties.
And the UCL and the Premier League in his time, 7 years, 4 trophies.
Yes, but no. Look where Liverpool were when he first joined.
Yeah,
awful. Yeah, he turned that ship around.
No, and he did turn the ship around. I'm not disputing that, but what I'm trying to say is, you said it gets lost in history, but will people look at Klopp as this amazing manager for 100%. Liverpool since he's only won one Premier League, one Champions League,
City's
and
won the league 2 times by 1 point, and he pushed them to that.
Yeah,
every single both of those 2 times.
No one remembers.
Yeah, no one cared.
No one remember runner up, but he could have had 2 more Premier League trophies and 3 Premier League trophies. He
could have 2 more UCLs.
Cups. Exactly, another UCL. He made UCL final last year.
Twice.
It was literally twice he lost to Real Madrid in finals.
Does that get remembered?
His tenure could have been very different very quickly. Whereas Guardiola was just the better manager out of the 2 of them to push him that out there. And with Zidane and Ancelotti, it just happened.
People say Klopp's better than Pep, and I think they're absolutely mad. I just don't see how Klopp's a better manager. You talk about funds, but even like when Klopp did get back in, they still finished behind City. Anyways, I mean, Klopp got
City get back in as well. So that's
Klopp. No, but all I'm trying to say is that Pep always finishes on top. Klopp got 80 million on Nunes. For me, I said Liverpool should have got Jesus. I think they should have tested Manchester City's waters and got Jesus.
I think Man City would never sell to a rival.
They would never, with 1 year left on their contract.
No.
They'd rather
no chance.
What do they need? They don't need the money.
So they don't see Arsenal as a rival.
Niggas wasting our time, man. I'm sorry, y'all. We shouldn't even be entertaining bozos like that. The second I see he ain't got nothing for me, I should have knew.
Come on. You know the Man City don't see Arsenal as a title rival.
Look at how the 2 teams start the season. 2 are fighting for a title. 1 is fighting for top 4. You're happy to sell to the one that's fighting for top 4 over the one that's fighting for a title.
Even Chelsea, they would have probably sold him to Chelsea.
Chelsea's
they would have. But he wanted Arsenal anyways. But back to the point of what I'm trying to say is that he's decided. I feel like he's made the wrong signings, and the top manager should be able to notice the right signs, and he's gotten rid of the wrong players as well. Yeah. For example, Wijnaldum.
That is the biggest one.
That's more of a player wants to leave. See, that's harsh on Klopp as well, because it's the club not wanting to offer him the wages he wanted. Yeah. And then I don't think Klopp said, Wijnaldum, I don't want you no more.
I agree with you.
But I don't think he said, Mane, I don't want you anymore. I think it's the club. The club don't help him.
At the same time, Klopp could have easily said, you know what? Let's not buy an overly expensive midfielder like a Thiago who costs 30 million, 35,
25. Cheap, that's nothing.
Okay, cool. But all of that could have gone to his wages for Wijnaldum. Not all of it, but some of it. And I feel like Klopp's a decent enough coach to at least coach a player to make them better. I feel like if he kept Wijnaldum, he could have easily said, "Yeah, I want Wijnaldum to stay at all costs." I think the board would have listened to him.
Another thing you could
I think the board will definitely listen to him.
Do you think
Klopp.
it was worth Klopp changing his style of play from that gung ho style to a more progressive,
conservative
and approach? With that's what that transfer basically signified, is that they want more control of games. They want to retain more of the ball rather than that gung ho French.
I think it was needed to pick up more points against the sit back.
No,
teams.
it wasn't.
I think it was.
No,
I can see
absolutely.
both
I think
sides.
it's more like, because sometimes Liverpool had a midfield where it's just all hustle bustle, and then against the lower teams when they need something else, Thiago's the one who they look to find a pass.
But then could you argue it's not been successful though? Because having more control took them to extra time in both the Chelsea games and penalties.
And even the season before,
they had more control in the Madrid game, and it took them to failing to win that Champions League as well.
Exactly. And even the season before Thiago came, I think Trent even got 16 assists, something like that, 15, 16. So a lot of things were going through him. And on top of that, you had Salah's output, Mane's output.
Broke his own assist record.
That's what I mean. Exactly. There we go. So for me, I think Klopp's gone about things the wrong way, and I think he should be a bit concerned about his own role, to be honest.
I think it's not even his
Football's
fault.
unpredictable.
A profile like Wijnaldum is very hard to replace. Like, I've seen something recently that number 8 role where they can play many different roles. Look at how Wijnaldum plays for Netherlands. Very different role to how he plays for Liverpool. These versatile 8s. Valverde is another one.
I never thought Wijnaldum done anything great though.
No.
See, that's what you say now.
He popped up with goals, and like he's just a good hustle bustle midfielder.
He won that Champions League.
That's what I'm saying. He's a
100%.
I'm saying he's a perfect system player for Liverpool.
That
midfield was all system.
That profile in world football now. Gundogan, Valverde, and Wijnaldum are the only ones that can play multiple roles and play at such a high level of all. And we've seen Gundogan play in many different roles throughout his career. He does the same, pops him. He was the one to score the first goal and City's comeback. The final game of the season.
Definitely.
We've seen Valverde and the winner. Exactly. Valverde now, what he did in the Madrid goal, the one he scored against Liverpool. He
crossed it.
Yeah, the cross. Sorry, one he assisted against Liverpool. The cross there. Even on the weekend, he did score a goal this weekend. Break play, burst straight through midfield. He engine on him. He can do so many different roles. These players are really hard to find in world football that aren't already at top clubs to prize them from.
I do think the money that Klopp spent this summer, like, I don't think Nunes suits their style of play.
That's what I mean. And Klopp definitely wanted him, because you know when Klopp sees a player, when he starts getting a boner and he wants to.
Part of my body's reason.
Yeah, like he was talking about him after Benfica game.
Why does he do that? I think that's so disrespectful as well, in my opinion.
Like Martinelli, he done it too before.
Yeah, why are you doing that? You're flirting with. Don't flirt with Martinelli. He doesn't want to go to Liverpool. He's a Liverpool type player. Don't get me wrong.
He'd be a good.
He would have been a good Liverpool, innit? But what I'm trying to say is that you always do that instead of like actually. Why don't you actually analyze their ability properly before you make those decisions? And for me, with Nunes, I think Nunes. Diaz great.
They signed poorly. This is a one.
I was just saying this summer. I feel like they got that wrong. Especially now, how everyone's saying, they needed a midfielder. I know they wanted to wait next year till Bellingham.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Do you think it's necessary what they're doing, or?
Like I said already, Bellingham's mad overrated. So I mean, he might suit Liverpool's style of play because he does like to go up and down, and he can do a bit of box to box. But I don't know, man. I think he'll get found out in the Premier League.
This summer, they should have gone for Jacob Ramsey. I think Ramsey has similar ceiling to Bellingham.
What if they couldn't get Bellingham?
Yeah, because Bellingham, Dortmund and Leicester are like the two toughest people to negotiate
but then it's a prem to a prem team, so they would have probably asked for like 60, 70, 80
Do you not think Gerrard would be like, no, please just let him go? Gerrard will allow him, man.
But with the Bellingham hype though, Bellingham would cost around 60 M's as well.
Yeah, Bellingham will cost more than that. But I'm saying who's more of an established player now? Bellingham or
why is he more established?
Because he played in the Champions League. He's played for England. Like, there's an obvious reason
why
he's more established. Of course, that's why he's going to cost that much. But Ramsey, because of his English Premier League tax, will cost... Villa will say 60, 70, 80 million. Like,
60,
is he
I don't
worth
think it's a
that?
bad price for Jacob Ramsey. I honestly don't think that's that
He's
bad.
not. It's definitely
it's not that bad. In this market that we're currently... When Cucurella is going for 63, I think it's not bad for Jacob Ramsey, a midfield talent.
Neither of them players are worth that much.
100%. But if this is the market we're in, this is a good price for Jacob Ramsey.
I rate Jacob Ramsey a lot.
We always say the point, that you want to find the next one, the next this, the next that. Jacob Ramsey,
but you're paying a similar amount of money.
No, I think it'll be a lot.
The thing is, if you're skipping
40 million on top of that minimum.
Yeah, but my point is 70 million plus is how much Villa would say. And if you're paying 70 million for a player, you want a world-class player. You don't want a young Premier League unproven midfielder.
It kind of happens now. You don't unless they're on last year's
For me,
contract.
Jacob Ramsey's definitely got as high of a ceiling as Bellingham. And I feel like he's a better ball carrier than Bellingham.
Oh, I don't know.
I think he's definitely
better. Bellingham's stature's better for ball carrying. I think.
No, I think Jacob Ramsey's ball carrying ability is a bit better
amazing.
in a Premier League team as well.
We haven't seen Bellingham.
We're yet to see Bellingham in the Premier League. Look at how Sancho has struggled so far in this league. Coming from a team like Dortmund as well. It's easy to say that in the Bundesliga where there's so much space to ball carry. You can easily say Bellingham's better. Yeah, Bellingham. The only reason why Bellingham, I feel like, gets so much hype is because we saw a bit of ability on him at such a young age. But it doesn't make him any better than Jacob Ramsey.
It's because of what he does for England as well. But then England, we always made the argument that we haven't really played many tough sides.
We haven't, exactly. Thank you.
Dortmund's best player against he hasn't really started for England. He's only made cameos.
And
Dortmund best player against Man City when they played him in the Champions League. Like, he's performed in the Champions League. Like, I don't think they're comparable at this moment in time.
Yeah, I think
there's definitely an argument.
I think if Jacob Ramsey was given the same platform, I think we'll definitely see
and better players around him. That Villa side still doesn't know his best 11 to this date now.
That's what I'm saying.
They still not be able to get the best out of.
And he still trusts Jacob Ramsey.
Go into a better team don't always work. Just look at Grealish.
No, but Jacob Ramsey's the profile of the player is different, man.
Yeah, I agree.
No, man, you can't do that.
It's 100% is true. It don't always work out going to a bigger club.
No.
Some players are better.
You can't say that, man. No, but
anyway, back to the point.
Exactly.
So what are you saying?
Bellingham is the bigger player, so he's saying it doesn't always matter of going to the bigger team. He's a sole carrier for Dortmund, similar to how Grealish was for Villa. So
I don't think he's a sole carrier for Dortmund.
No, he's not a sole carrier for Dortmund.
No chance.
But he's not their best player. I think Royce is still level. Royce is hard.
Even last season when they had Haaland, it's not as though it's just he's still playing in a good team. It's not as though
but they're shit though. Dortmund are shit.
Where did Villa finish?
Nah, Dortmund.
Where did Villa finish? 15th, 14th.
They only finished so close.
Where did Dortmund finish? In a Champions League spot and made it to Champions League knockout.
No, but we've seen Bundesliga. The Bundesliga is meaty.
Come on,
it's mad shit. Like, I watched the football this weekend.
So what you're telling me? You're telling me Dortmund finished below 10th in the Prem. No, all right.
I mean, you never know. I think it's
not
mad.
Not below 10th, probably.
No, I honestly think.
Don't be silly.
Okay, cool, but Villa have a top 8 team. It's just the manager's not good.
Again, no.
You don't think Villa have a top 8 team or top half team? Dortmund and Villa's team, there's not much difference.
Back to the point, of course.
There's actually not much difference between Villa and Dortmund. I swear to God, bro. I'm not lying.
Squad for squad.
I swear, bro. It's not a crazy difference.
Really?
Okay, cool. If we actually go individually and name 11 for exactly each and every position, name a player, and who would you pick?
Or Dewsbury Hall?
I'm going to go Dewsbury Hall. I've watched him play a few times this season.
Lord Hammer.
For example, in strike.
No, come on.
In strike, Haller and Danny Ings or something.
Haller doesn't play, bro.
Haller's got the thing, I know, but okay, Modeste now. Modeste is in strike for them. Who you going to pick? Unproven. Who Modeste?
That's what I'm saying. You're going to have to wait for half the players to...
Yeah, okay, cool. Unproven, but then if they're not proven, then you're gonna pick the player who's a bit more proven.
Yeah, well, it makes sense to pick
Would
the
you not?
player, no?
Royce.
Would I trust?
Okay, Royce and
Coutinho.
Okay, for example, who would you pick?
Royce.
Yeah, I pick
you
Royce.
pick Royce.
Yeah. So would you?
No, but
Bellingham or Ramsey right now. You choose Bellingham.
Yeah.
Huh?
Bellingham or Ramsey right now. You choose.
No, I don't know about Royce and Coutinho though.
Yes, you do.
No.
You don't. Because Royce has been injured throughout most of his career.
Coutinho's got like one goal.
But Royce has been injured throughout most of his career. So you think Royce has been a better player throughout the career?
Back to the point. Klopp, is he under pressure?
Has
he got? We got sidetracked, but still. They should be worried for this season because top four's looking an arse.
That's what I said.
I'm not gonna lie, top four will look an arse.
So many points already, bro. It's not looking good on Klopp points out of a title race this early in the season.
Did I not say though in the predictions? I said Liverpool might be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, they could finish third. You said. Third or fourth even, yeah.
It does not look good. I can't cap. It's not looking on this side, honestly.
Because I've seen Nunes. I've seen enough. I don't think he'll even develop his game that well either.
I don't think he's shit.
I think he's proper shit.
Like he looks like a good finisher, but
it's the wrong side.
It's just like his touch.
Everything else is awful.
That just don't look good.
He's got a worse touch than Lukaku. No. You don't think so?
It's up there. It's up there. I'm not gonna lie.
Lukaku, hell of. You're not United Lukaku. United Lukaku was severely annoying to watch, bro. There'll be times where a counter attack would just break down because he took a touch.
Nunes is the same though, if not worse, bro.
I do also think Liverpool side could just be tired. I know it's a shit excuse, but
no, you can't be tired.
That football season after season. They played 64 games last season. They played every single game they could last season. They made every final. They played every Premier League game, of course. Like, there has to be some sort of burnout to that as well.
And the season started earlier than it previously has done.
Yeah, to fit in all the games for the World Cup.
Yeah. But
he should be worried. He should be worried about how Liverpool are going to perform this season, because I don't see it getting much better.
Chelsea did nearly the exact same. They went nearly as many games as well.
Yeah.
Would you say that, for example, a Real Madrid team,
11 players.
A Real Madrid team, for example, Real Madrid squad ain't the biggest. Would you say it's not that big, is it?
Real Madrid only have one cup to play in a year, though. They just have the Copa del Rey.
Yeah, true.
They don't have a football league. They don't have a league cup. Sorry.
Oh, they got rid of that, I think. Yeah, they got
so
Spanish.
It's just Copa del Rey.
But even still, though, I guess, fair enough. That's a fair point. But I just don't know, man. I feel like that's really a bad excuse to use.
It's soft.
The best teams want to play every game, innit?
I'm just saying a reason why they could be. Not that it's going to help Klopp. If Klopp goes to the ball and says, "Look, my players are tired. I'm sorry that we're fifth." They're not going to care about that.
I think that they're just disheartened by what happened last season, how it ended, losing on the last day, then losing I think because the losses that's playing with their head, and Klopp needs to try and bring.
I still don't think it should underrate. I still don't think it should underrate his achievements.
At Liverpool, I think he's achieved great stuff.
No, I think it's overrated the achievements for sure.
No chance.
I just think if you look where
Liverpool,
Liverpool,
I think that's harsh.
No, it's not harsh. It's not. It's
about
proper
looking
not.
back on history. Liverpool have won one Premier League. What manager done it? It's Klopp.
Literally, nothing in their history.
Yeah.
No prem.
Still though, I'm talking about in terms of comparing it with other teams.
You're comparing it to Guardiola. That's why.
No, I'm talking about even other managers like a Wenger, Mourinho. If we're talking about manager-wise, a lot can be said there. And even during those eras, Arsene Wenger was against a United team that had the most money in the league. So that wasn't an excuse back then. Yeah, they did. They definitely did. United had the biggest spending power back then. Chelsea arguably had equal spending power to Manchester City when Mourinho won the league. So that's what I'm trying to say. For me, I don't think that's enough of an excuse.
But Wenger never beat Jose Mourinho, so...
No, he did once still.
No, I'm like in terms of a league, in terms of over a league season. Like,
over a league season.
Yeah. So I understand the Sir Alex, but
but I'm talking about Sir Alex. Chelsea came in with their funds and whatever after, but
he still survived.
And even them, Arsenal had. I mean, that will never go in history, so I'm not even going to make that point before you lot grill me. But back to what I'm saying is that there's always going to be a team that has more money than you potentially.
I just think.
I don't think it's that big of an achievement what he's done in it. Wenger managed to win 3 Premier Leagues.
I don't think Klopp could be sacked this season unless it was like really, really bad.
No, like I said, he shouldn't be sacked, but football's unpredictable.
I do think it's...
If this continues though, like I said, never say never.
They got very lucky that Chelsea game got called off. Their fixture run looked bad.
They have Arsenal soon.
City coming up, I think, and no, I think it's Spurs. In fact,
I think we'll lose to them though.
What Arsenal to Liverpool? Innit?
That's the thing. You still go into that game thinking, "Oh shit, it's Liverpool."
It's Liverpool,
especially if it's at Anfield as well. A big game.
We're playing them at home.
See, that's you could be
still Liverpool though.
Yeah.
You get it. I'd rather play all the away games first half of the season.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, momentum to get out of the way because then no one suspects you to do anything and you climb slowly.
But for me, Klopp's over. He's overrated in
I think he's had a poor start, but still a great manager in him, man. What he's done is still applaudable for what he's done for Liverpool. Partners, why would you sign 2 rash type centre backs? Like Bayern, De Ligt is known for like pressing aggressively against his attacker, but then so is Upamecano. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you want 2 pressing centre back? That's why Saliba's so smart because Gabriel's that rash one. He lets him do what he wants and then he will sweep up.
Gabriel's shit.
Same with Martinez and Varane. Like Varane's
that's the hard thing about being a rash centre back. You get beat a few times and that's it. You're rash and shit. That's the thing. That's the thing. Like,
guys slightly
you lose your credibility so quick.
You lose it so.
That's why Van Dijk doesn't like committing. You know, he knows that like you get more respect without committing and being the composed centre back. You let your other one just hold that call.